SpongeBob.
Krusty Krab.
There's
Jail.
South Park. Millennium Falcon. Tiger King. And then we got our MSU one.
Is it, there must be more than one at MSU.
Oh, yeah, there are a bunch. Beaumont.
Just beneath the pines that we're gathering.
Yes.
There's got to be Sparty in there somewhere, isn't there?
Yeah, well, it's...
That's not a very good one.
I know.
I can't tell what that is. It could be an Easter Island head for all
Watch
I
how
know.
depressing the weather is. Alexa, read me the weather forecast for the next 7 days.
In South Rockwood for the next 7 days. Thursday, 49 degrees Fahrenheit and showers. Friday, 53 degrees and intermittent clouds. Saturday, 53 degrees and rainy weather. Sunday, 54 degrees and showers. Monday, 54 degrees and lots of clouds. Tuesday, 49 degrees and dreary weather. Wednesday, 54 degrees and lots of clouds.
So you know how depressing the weather's going to be when it literally says dreary weather. Right, Oreo? Right, kitty? Look at my little baby kitty in his carrier. One of those little, I don't know if it's a baby carrier. I think it's supposed to be like a dog or a cat. Is this like supposed to be specifically designed to be in like for a cat or for a baby or like... Outdoorsy? I can tell you want to leave already. Well, you see Mickey too. Well, guys, I just got done with another sort of afternoon working session. Well, first, it's sort of funny how it's like everything sort of lines up in the afternoon. Like at 1, I had a call for my meeting, like a Google Meet for my, it's a Google Hangout actually for my English class. That always goes about an hour. So then had that till 2, and then from 2 to 2:30, I worked on some stuff for that class. It was just, because usually during the meeting we don't really get a chance to type things into like the responses for my Google Classroom for my English class. So I did that in the next half hour, and then I took a little break until about 3, and then I had a Zoom call for my AP US History. Whoever's taking the AP test, we did that, and that was about a half hour, and then from there, it's like 4 o'clock now. So I took about maybe 40 minutes. And then that leaves us where we are right now. I took about 40 minutes to look over the notes for math and or for algebra specifically. And I got that done. Actually, it's funny because what we've been doing recently, like right before we left, I was like, oh my gosh, it was so difficult. And then like now it's like, oh, okay, I'm just looking at it and I'm saying, okay, this isn't that bad. So I got that done pretty quickly. And now I'm going to take a break. I think I have a piano lesson at 5. I don't know if it's 5 or 5:30, but either way, I'm not going to worry about working on too much more from here. I'm going to go downstairs and take a little break. And, it really is funny, though, how this whole thing is sort of developed, it's like very, looser work schedules. I mean, there's not as much work to do, but, looser work schedules, but I also feel more productive when I do work. I go from, 1 to 4:30 usually overall during a day. It depends if I have an English class. It depends, Monday, Wednesday, Friday when I have my English class, it's 1 to 4:30. Or more 1 to 4, and then Tuesday, Thursday, it's more 2 to 4:30, because, since I don't have to get up quite as early, I usually end up working a little bit later. But, it's I always have, an afternoon session, and then, a 1 or 2 hour, evening session, usually. And it's funny, too, how it's, I always end up getting my biology stuff done in that last little session. Last night, I took, an hour. Actually, usually, it's my very first and very last hours of the day that I seem to tend to get that stuff done at night. I take usually about an hour, hour and a half to get my biology stuff done. That usually takes about an hour, and then I practice for a half hour for a band. So it's almost like I have 2 different sessions. I have an afternoon one from 1 to 4, 4:30 maybe, and then an evening one from 8 or maybe 7:30, 8 to 10 or so. So, yeah. So it is just funny how I've sort of had different working schedules developing. I eat my spaghetti with a spoon because I think it's more efficient. Yes. Yes, I do.
Today he was able to
Yes.
get his.
Why? You can twirl it with a fork. You can do the thing.
It's more efficient this way.
No, it is not.
It is way more
It
efficient.
falls off the spoon.
Well, folks, I forgot to get the first part of our walk, which was outside. in my vlog. But I had about 50 more calories to burn. So I have to walk about 3.5 miles an hour for 6 minutes in total. And then I will have burned off everything I ate today. Just being on a diet. I haven't actually been losing quite as much as I expected. I mean, I'm down to like 201 now, but I started off, I don't know, I think when I started originally way back in like February, I was at like 219. So I mean, I've lost 18 overall, but over the past week I've only lost like 1. So, I mean, not that that's terrible, but you know, I just haven't been doing quite as quickly as I would expect, you know, being at home and sort of being able to position my meals in a way that wouldn't make me hungry. Well, folks, it's the end of the night, and I've been watching SpongeBob. Yeah. And so, not too much else today. Nothing to report, and I'll see you tomorrow.